So good afternoon everyone. We have already started with practical 2. We completed part 1 of practical 2, that is update commands, then ordering of data, then creating one table from other table and renaming a particular table. This is what we have done so far in practical 2. So has everyone completed all the queries of all four tables related to that particular things? Yes or no? Has everyone completed that thing? I'm talking about part 1 queries. I sent you a list of queries that you need to perform in practical 2. So how many of you have done that thing? Give me the frank answers. If you have done, say me yes. If you have not, don't worry. Okay. Others? Okay. Fine. Okay. Okay. Great. Fine. No issues. At least those who have not done, do you remember what we did? Yeah, those who have not done, do you remember what we did actually? How to write update command? Great, Alai. You were not present in the last lab. I assume that thing. So those who are not present in the last lab, don't worry regarding the things. But what? Yeah, you attended half lab, no issues, Alai. See, you would have received an email from me that contains two files. One dbms.txt and one was I would say practical2.txt. Did you receive an email in the last week from me, everyone? Right, so you just need to refer those particular topics from that notepad file and you need to learn it. That is what I can say right now. Fine. So I am not going to again revise all those things, but I already sent you the PPT, sorry, the text files that you can use for your practical work, as well as you can refer to the video of that particular lab so that it would be quite easy and clear for you all. Right, so let us move ahead with the next topics. Fine. So we have seen so far, let me just open my file and I'll share it with you. I'm presenting my screen. So is this visible, everyone? This Word file is visible to everyone? Okay. So in part 1 of this practical 2, what we have seen is, we have seen how to create a table from existing table, how to use update command to update data of a particular table, then how to use order by to sort our data in ascending or descending order, and lastly we seen how to rename a particular table. So these four topics were covered in last lab, that is practical 2 part 1. So today we are going to start with the new things, and the first concept for today is deleting a complete table. What is the first concept that we are going to learn today is delete the complete table. Actually we are going to delete complete table means we will remove all the rows of a particular table, then we will also remove the complete schema of that particular table, and we will also remove that particular table from the database. So we are going to do three things. We will delete all the rows, we will delete complete schema, and we will delete the complete table from the database. So what do you mean by schema? Anyone? What do you mean by table schema?
Structure of table.
Okay, structure of a table. So actually schema means the total number of columns, its data types and its size, right? So what we are going to do in delete a complete table is we will vanish the complete table from the database, deleting all its columns, deleting all its rows as well as the complete table. Fine. So what actually we can do in this? Let's see. So deleting a complete table means deleting all the rows and columns, as well as you are also going to delete the schema of the table. As I said, we are going to vanish the complete table. We are going to delete complete table. Next, we are going to remove the complete table from the database. That means you won't be able to see any type of things related to that table in our database. We will not see anything regarding to that particular table in our database. So what is the command? The command that is used to delete a complete table is drop. You can see the highlighted one, right? So drop command is used to delete the complete table. I am talking about the table, not the rows, right? So drop table. Table is the keyword that you need to use, and then you will write down table name. So drop table name is the syntax to delete the complete table. So what this command will do? This command will delete all its rows and its columns as well as the schema and the complete table from the database. It will do 4 tasks. All the rows and all the columns will be deleted, complete schema will be deleted, as well as the complete table will be removed from the database. So this is the command that you are going to use for deleting a complete table. So drop table name. So let us try to drop one of the table from my database. So let me go to my SQL. Let me find out one of the table that I can drop quite easily. So let me say I am going to drop this test table. Okay, so let me just select this table for you first. So select star from test. I am executing it. So it is having this much data. Is everyone able to see all the data and all the query? Now I think it is quite visible. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So this table is having these many records, and if I want to see its structure, then we can say we will see DESC test, right? So DESC stands for describe the table structure. So this is the structure of the table, right? So let us try to execute this command. So drop table, table name is test. So I am executing this, run, and I have got a message called table drop. That means this table has been removed successfully from the database. So let's check it whether it is there or not. First let me write down select star from test. That means I am trying to fetch the data of test table that we have dropped actually. Run. See the message, table or view does not exist. That means this type of table does not exist in our database. Let us try to find out its describe structure. So describe test. So execute it, run. The same error has been identified. See, object to be described could not found. That means whatever you want to describe, that this object is not available in the database. Let us check in this find tables. Find tables. You can see there won't be any test table in this. So this is what drop command does. It deletes the complete table along with its rows and columns and schema from the database. Clear with this, guys? Is this clear? Clear, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Great. So let's move ahead. The next concept that I want to teach you is, so you can see drop table test. The next concept is fetch unique rows or data from the table. So can anyone give me idea regarding this particular thing? What do you mean by this statement? Fetch unique rows or data from the table. What do you mean by this term? Anyone? Any particular data? Okay, Bhavisha. Then anything else? Anyone? Just try to focus on the words of that particular statement. Fetch unique rows or data from the table. What do you mean by unique? What do you mean by unique? Unique means something different than someone, right? So it should differ from something. So what actually I want to say here is, let me go to my SQL and we'll see that. Let me fetch one of the table, that is select star from loan. So now concentrate on the data. Students, everyone see here. I am having 6 columns. The first row is L001, A001, 1 lakh, 7, 110004, 75,000. Let me go to my second row. If you compare the second row with the first row, it is exactly same as the first one. If you can see, yes or no? L001, A001, 1 lakh, 7, 110004, 75,000. Right? If we go for the third one, again we have L001, A001, 1 lakh, 7, but the date is quite different now, because it is here 0004, here it is 2004, right? Then we have L002, again a different data, L003, again a different data. So what actually, whenever I am writing this particular statement, select star from loan, what actually it is doing is, it is fetching all the data from the table, right? But what actually I want is, whenever I want to display the data, I want only the unique data to be displayed to the user. That means this repeated or duplicated data should not be displayed to the user. So this is completely unique, right? This is completely same, both of them. So I should show, or I should display only one of these in the output. Then this is also same, but the date is different, so it is not same, we can say. Though the first 3 or 4 components or values are same, but one of the data is different, that means this row is different. If there is one data different in the complete row, right, on comparison, then we can say that row is a different row. It is a unique row, right? So that is my target, that I want to fetch and display only different rows, not the repeated rows. I only want to display the unique rows or different rows, right? So is this clear what I want to do actually, everyone? Is this clear what actually we are going to do? We are going to fetch and display only the different rows. We will discard, we will remove, or we will not consider the repeating or duplicate rows. Clear, everyone? So let's see what we can do. So only fetch the unique values from the table. For that we are using distinct keyword for this purpose. So if I want to fetch unique data from the table, then what I am going to use? I am going to use this distinct keyword. Right? So what is the syntax? Select distinct star from table name. So what do you mean by this star? Anyone? What do you mean by this
All
star?
columns. All columns.
All columns. Very good. So what actually we have done? Select distinct all columns from table. So in short, it is going to fetch all the distinct, that is unique data of all the columns from the table. So let us take this example. Select distinct star from lone. That means let us try to copy this command and paste it to my Oracle. So this is what the statement is: select distinct star from lone. So let us try to run it. So let's see. The first one is okay 110004. Second one is L002. Third one is L001, but the date is different. You can see here. That was 0004 earlier. Now it is 2004, right? And then the last one is L003. So the repeating or duplicate value or record or row has been deleted by the, or has not been considered by your Oracle compiler. Clear with this, everyone? So if we write only select star from lone, I am getting how many outputs, how many rows? I am getting 5 rows with duplicated values repeating in the first 2 rows. But if I am using distinct keyword, then I am getting only and only 4 rows. That means the duplicated value has been removed. So I think it is clear with everyone. Is this clear, guys? Yes or no? Okay. So let me move back to that particular thing again and let's see one thing. So you can see now, let me remove this distinct keyword now and select star from lone. So what actually we are getting is, we are getting L001 3 times, A001 3 times, then lone amount again is the 3 times, right? So what actually I want is, I want only specific this column only. I want to fetch distinct values of this column only. That means I want to fetch different lone numbers from the table. What I want to do? I want to fetch different lone numbers from the table. So what we can do, or what we can write in the answer? Anyone? Can anyone tell me? If I want to fetch only distinct columns or specific column values, then what we can write? Any guesses? Anyone? I want to fetch only the distinct values of lone number column. Very good, Mohit. Very good, Yash. Exactly, Keval. Right. So what we are going to do actually, to fetch distinct column values, we will write select distinct. Then we are going to write down the column name for which we want to find out distinct values from table name. That is the syntax. This. So if I want to find out distinct lone number, I will write down like this: select distinct lone underscore number from lone. Exactly. So let us copy this and try to run it in our Oracle. So if I execute this, I have got lone number, only one column. Then I have got L001 on the left hand side, you can see. Then I have got L002 and L003. So 2 times repeating L001 has been discarded by the Oracle command. So clear, guys, this thing? Is this clear? Any doubts in this? Anyone? Any doubts in this? Others? Any doubts? So is this clear with everyone? Okay, so let's move ahead. If it is clear, then let me move ahead with the next topic. Okay, so the next topic is just read this statement and try to give me some explanation regarding this particular statement, what this statement wants to say. Retrieve or display the records with updated values during execution without using update command. That is what my question is. What do you mean by this statement? Anyone? Can anyone tell me what do you mean by this statement? We do that update table without using update command. Okay, without using update command we can update the values. Okay, anyone else? So let me take one simple example and I will try to explain you in quite simpler way. So let me just open your practical file list and I'll show you what actually I want to mean this with this statement actually. Right, so I hope everyone is able to see my this PDF file. Right? Everyone is able to see this? Fine. So what actually this statement mean is retrieve or display the records. So what actually we want to do? We have to display the records. We are not going to update any records, but we are going to display the records. But what we are going to display? We are going to display with the updated values during execution. That means we are going to update the data while writing the select query. Again I am repeating. What we are going to do is we are going to update some values or some records by writing select query. We are not going to write the update command. Right? So this is what the statement says. So what actually it is? Let us see. Do not update the values in the table. Actually we are not going to reflect whatever update we have made using select query in our table. It is just for the display purpose. Once it is displayed, our task is done. We are not going to update those data in our table. See, it is confusing, but you need to try to differentiate the things. Update command actually updates the data in your table, but here we are not going to update our data in the table, but rather what we are going to do is we are going to update the values while writing select query, and we will just show it. Once it is done, we will delete it. We don't require anymore. We are not going to reflect those update in the table. Remember this line. We are not going to reflect the changes in the table. Right? So first line is very caution line. Do not update the values in the table very strictly. Display the updated values during execution without affecting the actual values of the table. As I said, it is only for display purpose, right? So you are just going to update runtime and display it, and once it is displayed and task is over, we are going to discard it. We are not going to update it. We are not going to touch the actual values of the table. Clear with this, guys? These two rules. Shall I repeat again? Yes or no? If anyone requires repetition, just write down repeat so I can repeat it again. No issues. Because this is very much important. So if anyone requires repetition, kindly write down repeat in the chat box. Okay, Shreyas, fine. See, the statement states that retrieve or display the records with updated values, right? So what actually we are going to do is, whenever we are writing select statement, select to star from table name. So whenever we are selecting those data from the table, at that time we will provide some update to the particular records, and then we will display to the user. But we are not going to change that update into the table after display. We are not concerned with updating this data. We are just concerned with fetching the data from using select query, updating it runtime, displaying it to the user, and then discard those updates. That's it. That is I have written here. Do not update the table values. Display the data while runtime without affecting the actual values of table. Clear now, Shreyas? Fine. So let's see. So that is what my question is now. See, the question is display the name, account number, display the name, account number, and balance of account table by providing 2 times hike in the balance and rename it to new balance. So how many of you understood this question? First of all, read the question again and give me the surety that you understood this question. Display the name, account number, and balance of account table by providing 2 times hike in the balance of that account table and rename that balance table balance column as new underscore balance. So understood this question properly, everyone? Then I will take an example directly into your PDF file, practical list. Is this clear, guys? Is the question clear, yes or no? Okay, fine. So let me come back to this account table. So if you can see now, this is my account table. This is my account table. Right. So if we compare this, if we compare these columns first, then we have a name, yes. We have account number, yes, and we have a balance, yes. So we can use this table, right? Now what is the question? Display name, account number, and balance. So we need to display this account number, this name, and this balance. But what it is saying, we need to provide 2 times hike in the balance. So we need to multiply this particular balance by 2. So we need to show the updated values, that is whatever the value is available in the balance, we need to multiply it by 2. Whatever is the answer after multiplication, that is to be shown under the column called new underscore balance. So if I say A001 Patel Jigar 50,000 into 2, that is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh should be the final answer. But in actual, the table data will be having 50,000. So that is what we are doing it in a runtime, that we are going to multiply the value by 2 just to show the user. It is not going to reflect it to the table. Clear? So what we want to do is, we want to multiply this particular column values by 2 and display this balance with a new name called new underscore balance. Clear with this? How the question works? Clear with this, everyone? Any doubts? right? So what we are going to do, we are going to display name, account number and balance of the accounts, but what we have to do is we have to multiply the balance with 2 and name it as new underscore balance. That is what we are going to do. So how to do it, let's see. The syntax is, or we can directly write down the query. See, select whatever values we want to fetch, that is name, account number, and then we need to multiply balance by 2. So we have directly multiplied balance into 2, and we want to rename this particular column, that is the values that are getting changed, as new balance. So we have written as new underscore balance from account. So this is the main part. We have multiplied our data with 2, so 2 times hike has been given, and we need to rename that new values as new balance. So this is what we can rename the output value or output column, so as new underscore balance. Right, let me copy this and show you in the SQL command. So select name, account number, balance into 2 as new balance from account. Execute this. So you can see name, account, and now the new column is new balance. And if you can see this, the data will be, first let me show you the previous, the data that is already existing in my table. So let us say account number comma balance from account. So now you can see this name Dave Hardik A003 75,000, 1 lakh 60,000, 1 lakh and 60,000. Patel Jamin is having 60,000. So now let us try to multiply the balance runtime. So this is my query, right, and execute this. So now the table has been changed, the column name has been changed to new balance. See, Dave Hardik was 75,000, now new balance is 1,50,000, 2 lakh, 1,20,000, 2 lakh, and Patel Jamin is having 1,20,000 instead of 60,000. So this is what we have done, is we have updated the values of a particular column runtime while fetching the data. But if we actually see our data again, let us say I am writing the same command again. Let us say select name, account number and balance from account table. If I execute this, still the data will be as it is. It has not reflected the change into the table, but it has just shown the change in the output screen. So this is what I wanted to say about this particular part, right? So you can update or show the updated values runtime using the select query. Clear with this, everyone? Is this clear? So give me the answer for this one. The second one. This is what highlighted is. I want the answer. Consider loan number as a column name, loan date as a column name, loan amount as a column name, and table is loan. Consider table is loan. Give me the answer. Everyone, I want every answers from everyone now. I am waiting for that time. I will wait for everyone's answer. Display loan number and loan date by decreasing the loan amount by 5,000 for each record, and rename that particular amount as new underscore loan underscore amount. So for this you need to give me the answer. Write down the complete query in the chat box. use the previous query. Yes, I have got one answer. I will say whether the particular answer is right or wrong after I get all the answers. I will wait till time. I want the answers from all 20 students present in the lab. Okay, I have got only 4 responses. Still 16 responses are left. I will wait till time. And those students are giving me the response in this chat will be marked as present today. Others will not be marked as a present. So I want the answers from everyone. Those who want to have present for today's lab. So everyone has copy pasted the previous chats from the chats and given the answers. But still I have got the answers. That is what I was expecting. Fine. So right, so everyone has written like this: select loan underscore NO, comma, loan underscore date, comma, loan underscore amount minus 5000 as new underscore loan underscore amount from loan. Right, so everyone has written this answer. Almost everyone has written, not almost, everyone has written the same answer. Right, so your answer is correct. Let us see what is the actual answer. This is the right answer. You can compare your answers also, it is same, no worries. So select loan underscore NO, loan date, loan amount minus 5000 as new underscore loan underscore amount from loan. So let me copy this and paste it to my Oracle. First what we are going to do is, I will first show you the actual amount and then we will go for the exact query. Invalid SQL command. I think it is here AMT, not amount, but it is AMT in my table. Maybe. Let me just see. Okay. What is the problem? Let me see my table. What is the structure of loan table? So loan number, loan amount and loan date. Yeah, it is right. So okay, here it is a mistake. Select loan number, amount and all these things. So now you can see initial amount is 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh, right? And now if we put our query here, then we need to have a decreased amount, right? 5000 should be decreased from each and every record. Let's see. New underscore loan underscore amount has been done, and 95,000, 95,000, 95,000, 295 and 495. So we have decreased 5000 in each of the records. So I think everyone is clear now with this concept. Is it? Everyone is clear with this? Any doubts, students? Anyone? Yes, yes. One doubt is there: if we wanna rename loan number, then is it compulsory to write it at no. Wherever you are renaming a particular column, at that particular place only you will write down the as, like this. See here, I am writing here: select loan number as number, loan underscore date as date, and loan number, loan underscore amount as, let me say, amount. I am writing like this now. Okay, so I am copying this query and trying to paste it in my SQL command. See this then. Run. From keyword. Okay, just a moment. I think there is a mistake in my sometimes Oracle misbehaves, so we need to just see as number, loan underscore date as date, and loan underscore amount minus 5000 as amount from loan. Let me have order by loan underscore NO. There is some issue with the Oracle because the query is right. Let me just
Is missing.
sorry.
Semicolon.
No, in Oracle it is okay. Like if you don't have in this particular, I would say tool, if you do not write semicolon, it is okay because it's okay. But you need to write down just for the practice for your exam. In exam, if you do not write semicolon, then it will be wrong query. That is the reason. Now I think there is some other issue. We will see later on. But this is how you can do. Yes, you can do it like this. If you want to rename all the columns, you can do it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a moment. Yeah, there is some other issue. Select. Okay, I'll solve it and get back to you. Let us continue with the next topic. Then we will see. Date is a keyword. Oh yes, very good, Harsh. Thank you very much. Great. But still, if I say, let us say L date, but still a number is a data type. Okay, very good. So L number and everything goes now exactly. Very good, Harsh. Very good. So now you can see this. Yes. Actually, I forgot number and date are the keywords of the Oracle itself, so we cannot use it. Thank you, Harsh. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think this part is clear with everyone. This part is clear with everyone. Okay, then let's move ahead with the next topic, that is deleting a particular row from the table. What we did earlier in this lab was deleting the complete table. But now what we are going to do is we are going to remove any specific row from the particular table. That is what we want to do. Clear? We are going to delete a particular row. Right. So now deleting a particular row from the table means you are going to delete a row based on some condition. Students, we also know that whenever we are using update command, we write down the condition so that it updates only those values wherever it is required. If we do not write down the condition, it will update the value for the complete column, all the rows, right? So similarly, for deleting the row, we also require a condition. If we do not provide a condition, then your complete table or complete rows will be deleted. There is no option to retrieve back deleted rows. Remember this word. Whenever you are dealing with update and delete commands, make sure that you are providing some condition so that it deletes only the relevant data, relevant row. Clear, guys, this thing? Is this clear, the statement what I have said? For delete and update, you have to provide the condition. Otherwise, update command will give update all the rows, and delete command will delete all the rows if you do not provide the condition. Fine. So let's move ahead. Deleting without condition will delete all rows but not the table. Yeah, it will remove all the rows, but your table structure and schema will remain as it is. It will not drop the table, it will just delete the rows of the table. Right? Now how we can write down the delete command? Let's see. So this is how we write down the delete command. Delete from table name where condition. This is the simple statement you have to write down. Delete from table name where some condition. Right? So is this clear? This is the statement that you have to use. Delete is the keyword, from, then the table that you want to delete, and where you need to provide some condition. Let me take an example in my SQL Oracle only. Let me find out one of my table on which I can work quite easily. So let me find out a table called, let us say, yeah, let us work on this ACC temp because it is having 5 rows. So we can work quite easily in this table. So I am fetching the data first. Select star from ACC underscore temp and a semicolon just for you. Right, so it is having 3 columns. You can say account number, name and balance, and this is what the data is. Right, now what I want to do is I want to delete this particular data. That means I want to delete a row where the name is Patel Jigar. What I want to do is I want to delete a row or the data where the name is Patel Jigar. Or let me take simple example first. Okay, fine. So what I have done is I want to delete the data where the name is Patel Jigar. So what I will write here, what is my condition? What is my condition, guys? What is the condition here? What is the condition? Delete the data where the name is Patel Jigar. What is the condition? Name equals to Patel Jigar. Exactly, right? So how we will write the answer here? We will write down like this. Delete from table is ACC underscore temp, where what is the column name? Let us see the column name. Column name is name. So NAME equals to, because the name data will be in varchar type, the name data is in varchar type, right? So we will put single quotes and then we will write down Patel Jigar and a semicolon at the end. Let us try to run this. So this is your condition part and this is your table part, right? Let me try to execute this. Invalid SQL statement. So there is some error. Let's see. Delete from ACC temp, where table name is temp. Right, okay. Delete from ACC temp where name equals to single quotes Patel Jigar. It is right. There is no mistake. Right. So you have got the message called 0 rows deleted. That means though I had Patel Jigar in my table, it has not deleted any rows. What would be the reason? Anyone? What could be the reason? I have written Patel Jigar here, but still it is not able to delete any row. Any particular reason or problem you can identify? Very good, Harsh. If you can see the chat box of yours, Harsh has written the answer. Actual data contains Patel Jigar in which P is capital and J is capital. But here I have provided only in small case. So whenever you are deleting or comparing any particular data for the condition, you need to write down exact the same data, same value. So here the P will be capital and J will be the capital. So now let us try to execute this statement. Now you got the message called 1 rows deleted or 1 row deleted. That means now this name does not exist anymore in our table. Let us see the table data. Select star from ACC underscore temp. Run it. Let's see where is Patel Jigar is there. No, no, no. There were 5 rows earlier. Now it is only 4 rows. So this is what delete is. Clear, guys? Now let us say I want to delete all the records where balance is equals to 1 lakh. I want to delete all the rows where balance is equals to 1 lakh. Can you give me the query? Anyone? Delete all the rows where balance is equals to 1 lakh. Yash, if two rows has the same name and you have provided the same name as the condition, then both the rows will be deleted. Let us say you have Patel Jigar in two different rows, right? And you have given the condition where delete this table, this delete from table name where name equals to Patel Jigar, then both the Patel Jigar rows will be deleted automatically. Clear? Yash?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now give me the answer for this. Remove all the data where balance is equals to 1 lakh. Give me the answer for this. Give me the answer for this. Okay, I got the answer from Mohit. Very good. Yes, Keval, Nandini. Right. So it will be simple answer will be like delete from table name, that is SEC underscore temp, where balance equals to 1 lakh. Right. So let us try to execute the same command and let's see whether it is working or not. So I am just writing that command here, delete from SEC underscore temp, where balance equals to 1 lakh. Run it. So we have got a message called two rows deleted. That means there were two rows in which balance was equals to 1 lakh. Yash, see here. I have given the condition balance equals to 1 lakh. There were two rows, so both the rows have been deleted where balance was equals to 1 lakh. Clear? So let me fetch this table again. And let's see the data. Now we have only two data. All the other data has been deleted. Right? So as I said, the condition is must. Now if I say that I do not write any condition like this, delete from account table or delete from account temporary table. So what it will do? It will delete the complete rows. See, two rows has been deleted without any condition. All the rows has been deleted. So if I fetch the data, you will get a message like no data found. See here, no data found, but still that table will be available in our database. Here it is. See, the table and its schema is already available. Only the thing is it has deleted the rows, all the rows, because you have not given any condition. Clear, guys? Delete command properly. Everyone is clear with the delete command? So I am writing here delete from SEC underscore temp, where name equals to Patel Jigar. Fine. So is this clear? Then let's move to the last part of the left session. That is last part of my theory part, and then you will start performing the practicals. Clear with this? Shall I move ahead? Okay. So the last part is updating table schema. What actually it is? Updating table schema. So what do you mean by schema again? Write down the answer quickly. What do you mean by
Structure of database.
Yes, structure of the database. So what do you mean by structure of database, Nishita? Nishita, what do you mean by structure of database? Yeah, okay. Jill, so what is schema? What do you mean by schema actually? Yes, Nishita. Mohit, we are not dealing with rows in structure. We are only dealing with columns, its data types, and its size. That is what we are going to deal. See here. So updating table schema means dealing with columns, its data types, and its size. So let us take the example of this particular account underscore temp table. So let me just try to describe this particular DESC. Let me write down DESC only. SCC underscore temp and execute. Shall have pressed the DESC ACC underscore temp and run this. I think there are some issues with the Oracle, online Oracle. Right, so I have got the answer here. See here in the bottom. So I have described the table account SCC underscore temp. So this table is having SCC NO varchar 2 5 size. It is having name varchar 2 30 size and balance, that is number 10 comma 2 size. Right. So now what actually updating table schema means, if I want to add some new column, right? If I want to add some new column after this table has been created, then we can do it, right? So we can add a new column. That is the first thing. Second thing, let us say here you have written balance number 10 comma 2. So if I want to change the data type of this number to varchar after the table has been created, we can do it using the updating table schema commands. So second thing we can do is we can change the data type of a particular column. Third is, let us say you have written here account number varchar 2 5. I want to change the size from 5 to 7. So still I can do this. So third thing I can do is I can change the size of a particular column. Fourth is, let us say here it is SCC underscore NO. So here instead of SCC underscore NO, I would like to write only NO. That means I want to rename this particular column. I want to rename this particular column. So this is also possible. So fourth one is renaming a column. And the fifth one is, let us say you do not require balance column in the table. You do not want a balance column in your table. So you want to remove this balance column. So you can also remove the column. That is the fifth one. So total 5 things you can do while updating the table schema. First, adding a new column. Second, changing the data type of an existing column. Third, changing the size of an existing column. Fourth, renaming the column name. And fifth, deleting the existing column. Clear? What 5 things you can do? Clear with this? We are dealing with columns, its data types and size, and actually what we are going to do is we are going to add a column, we are going to rename a column, we are going to delete a column, then we are also going to change the data type of a particular column, and we are going to change the size of a particular column. 5 things we are going to do. So let us see how to add a new column. So the syntax of adding a new column is this. Alter is the command for updating table schema. Alter, this statement will be used in each and every part. Either you are adding a new column, changing the name of the column, deleting a column, or changing the type and size of the column. This command is common for each operations. Okay. So alter table name, add, because we are adding a new column, add, then you need to provide a new column name, its data type and the size, right? This is what we are going to do. Add new column name, data type and its size. So let us say I want to add in this particular table, ACCTEMP table, I want to add a date column, or I would say let me add 1 minute. What I can add is, let me add mobile number to this particular table. So what I will do, I will write alter table, my table name is SEC_temp, and then add, then I will write down my column name, that is mobile. Then I need to also provide the data type, so let me write down number, and then I need to provide the size. So this is what size is. So alter table ACC_temp, we are adding a new column called mobile, which type is number and size is 10. Let me run this. So we have got the message called table has been altered. That means whatever modifications you have done in your table has been saved to your table. Let us see your table again. Describe ACC_temp, and we'll see I have got my schema. The first column is ACCNO, name, balance, and now the mobile column has been added to the table. So clear with this, guys? Clear with this? So this is what we have done. So I am just changing the query ACC_temp, add mobile number 10. Is this clear? How to add a new column after you have created a table? Any doubts in this? Okay, then let's move to the next part. The second thing what we can do is change the data type of a column. So I'm going to change the data type of a particular column. So what is the syntax? The syntax is alter table, table name is a common one, and then what we need to write is modify, then you need to give the column name, the column which you want to change, the column for which you want to change the data type. So column name, then new data type, that means whatever data type that you want to change, that change data type you need to provide here, and into bracket you need to provide size, right? So modify means you are changing something. What you are changing? You are changing the data type for this particular column. Clear, everyone? This is the syntax. Let's see in the Oracle only. So assume that here the mobile's data type is number. Now I want to change this mobile's data type to varchar 2. Instead of number, I want to change it to varchar 2. So what I will do, I will write down alter table name is SEC_temp, then I will say modify, because I am changing the data type of a particular column. So modify, then I need to provide the column name for which I want to modify the data type. So it will be mobile. Then I need to provide the new data type, that will be, let us say, varchar 2. Into bracket I need to provide the size. So let us say the size is 10 and a semicolon. So alter table ACC_temp, modify mobile varchar 2 10 size, right? So let us see, run. So I got the message again, table altered. So this change has been saved to my table. So let me see the structure of the table now. Run, and we can see now that mobile's data type from number has been changed to varchar 2. Clear this thing? Clear is this? So what is the answer? ACC temp modify, m will be small here, mobile varchar 2 10. So clear with this, guys? Clear with this? So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to change the size of a particular column. So for that, what will be the answer? Alter table name, the same thing. We are going to change the size of a column now. Modify, the same thing. Again, you need to provide the column for which you need to change the size. Then its old data type, the current data type which it has actually, and then you need to provide the size, the new size for a particular column. So this data type will be the current data type, not the new one, but the current data type. Here we are just providing the new size, right? So we can, what you can do is you can change the data type as well as the size of the column together. You can directly provide new data type here and new size here. That is okay, right? So let us take the example for this. Here the size of mobile varchar2 is 10. I want to change it to 15, right? So what I will write down here, anyone can give me the answer in the chat box. Modify the size of mobile to 15 from 10. Give me the answer. Modify the size of mobile to 15 from 10. Give me the answer. Yeah, anyone who is writing the answer? I want to modify the size of a particular mobile column. So let us say what will be the answer. Let me write down the answer in this. So answer will be like this. Alter table acc_temp modify, then what is the column? That is mobile. Then I want to modify the size only, so I'll keep my old data type as it is and I will just provide the new size. That's it. Execute it. So I'll get a message called table altered. So I have changed my size and let us see the table now, table structure. So apex.oracle is quite misbehaving today. So now see, mobile size has been changed to 15 from 10. So I've got some answers here. That's great. Very good. So I think this is clear with everyone, right? So what we are going to write down here is alter table acc_temp modify mobile varchar2 15. Clear? So what we have done is so far is we have added a new column, we have changed the data type of a particular column, we have changed the size of a particular column. Now the next thing is I want to change the name of a particular column. So let us say I don't like this particular balance keyword. This balance I do not like. I want to write down BAL instead of BALANCE. Right? So instead of balance, I only want to display or write BAL. Right? So that is what changing the name of column means. So what you will do? You will write down alter table name. You will write down alter table name. Then we will use rename command, column keyword. Then you need to write down the old column that you want to change. 2 is again the keyword, and then you will provide the new name to the column. This is what the syntax is. Alter table name, rename command, column keyword. This you need to write. You cannot skip this word. So column keyword, then old column name to new column name. So for this, if I want to change it from balance to bal, what I will write? Anyone can give me the answer in the chat box. I am not writing the answer right now. I am just writing alter table acc_temp. I will write the later part again after some time. Give me the answer for this. Keeping this syntax open. Change the balance column to bal. Change the name of balance column to BAL. Give me the answer. Last 2 to 3 minutes, students. Then you can start your practical. Rename column balance to Bell. The first part you need to write Man, Nandini, all those who are using the shortcuts to write down here. That is okay, but you need to write down alter table name in the first part. Then and then you will able to exit this particular statement. Clear? Yash, Man, Nandini, Keval. Yes. So again, one thing, the rename R should be small. Everyone, please make sure this thing. It may be possible your Oracle may not work with capital R. Fine. So let us try to do it here. So alter table name, that is sec underscore temp, then rename column balance to bal. Let us execute this, run. I will get a message called table altered, and let us see the table structure now. That table structure will be this. So let's see whether it has got changed or not. So you can see now balance has been changed to bal. So I hope it is clear, everyone. Now is it clear now, everyone? So what we have done is we have added a column, we have changed data type and size of a column, we have renamed a particular column. Now what we are left with is, what do you say? What we are left with? We are left with one particular part of this. We have added, we have changed the name. Yes, deleting a particular column. So let's go for the delete part. So let me change this query first. sec underscore temp column balance to Bell. Okay, so now we are left with deleting a particular column. So let's see, delete or remove any unwanted column. So let us say I want to remove this mobile column from my table. I don't require mobile column in my table, so I want to delete this, right? So what we have to do, the syntax is this: alter table name, then drop is the keyword for deleting a column. So drop column name, that is what you are going to write down, these two statements, right? Alter table name, drop is the keyword to delete columns, and delete is a keyword to delete rows, right students? So remember this this differentiation. Delete command deletes or removes rows, drop command removes the table or the columns, right? So alter table name, drop column name. So if I want to drop or delete the mobile column, what I will write down? Already Yash has given the answer. Others, give me the answer. What I will write? Very good, Mohit. Simply I will write down alter table sec underscore temp, alter table sec underscore temp, drop column mobile. That's it, right? So drop column name you want to delete. Run. We'll get a message table altered, and let's see the schema. So now you can see SECNO name Bell, and now there is no mobile column in this particular table. So we have deleted the table, sorry, column of a table. So clear with this, guys? So this is the answer: SEC underscore temp and drop column mobile. So I think it is clear with everyone. Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts in any of the topics that we studied today? This is the last topic of practical number 2. So now what you can do is you can complete the practical number 2 now. All the queries. Only you won't be able to do, let me just tell you, do not perform. Give me a moment. I will just tell you which queries you are not going to perform. See, in loan table, you are not going to perform query number 5. I am writing it here in your chat box only. Loan table, query 5 or question 5, and from just a moment, let me just see. Right, only one query you won't be able to perform it right now is this loan table query number 5. You will skip it, you will remove from the practical list, and you will complete the complete practical, because I will be creating the Google Classroom for practical number 2 very soon, and you will get the invitation for it. So you need to upload the documents there, and the students who are still remaining to upload the data or the practical 1 to Google Classroom, kindly submit it as soon as possible. Fine. So any doubts, any queries in this, anyone? I am stopping the presenting my screen now, right? So everyone start doing practical number 2. Try to fire the queries, then also maintain the Word document for it. If you have any queries, any doubts, just raise your queries in the chat box. I will get back to it. If you are not able to understand any particular query, then also ask me that what this query wants to say us. I am mailing you this particular Word document for your reference now. In 2 minutes you will receive an email from me, right? So just wait for that time. So start completing the practical number 2, preparing the document for practical number 2, and be ready to upload it in Google Classroom. You will get an invitation for Google Classroom very shortly. And the deadline for that particular practical 2 will be, let me just say, it will be around 25th of July. That is exactly 10 days from now. So I think everyone would be able to complete it by that time. Yes or no? Great. So start doing practical number 2. If you have any queries, just give me a consent in the chats. I will get back to your query. Start performing the practicals. Yeah, any queries, any doubts, students? Yes, any queries, any doubts, anyone? Anyone not able to understand any particular part of query in the practical list? Yes, students, any doubts? Yeah, any doubts in any particular part of the practical? Okay, continue with your work. Yes, students, any queries in the particular questions of practical list? Anyone? Anyone is having any doubt in any of the queries? Are you able to complete the queries? Are you able to run the queries? Yes or no? Drashti, what is the update? Drashti, are you there? Drashti, are you
Yes,
there?
sir.
Yeah, so what is the update?
Sir, right.
Yeah, how much you have done? Yes, Trusty. How much you have done so far? Write down the answer in the chats, no issues. If you are having issue with your mic, just write down the answer in the chat. What about Sriyash? What you have done so far? How much you have done so far? Okay, fine. Man, what you have done so far? Shreyas, are you creating the tables right now? No, see, in practical, you don't have to insert the data again because you already have the data in the table. You see practical number 2, it is written already in the top in each table. Insert the following records if you have not inserted in practical 1. So if you have not, okay, fine. So you are working with the queries only to, from 2 only you are working, right? From 2 to 10. Okay, fine. That's great. Great, great. Okay, Man, what is the status about your working? How much you have done? How much you have completed? Account table you are doing. Okay. Keval, how much you have done so far? Fourth query. Okay. Vrinda, what is your update regarding this thing? How much you have completed? Yes, Vrinda, how much you have completed? Okay. So how many queries you have completed so far? Part 1 has been done or not done? You have not done, I think so. Part 1. Okay, fine, no issues. So complete all the things together now, right? Do not break it. You continue with part 1, part 2 mix up and complete all the queries. Okay, Bhavisha, how much you have done so far? Yes, Bhavisha, how much you have done? Okay, fine. Nandini, how much you have done? Yes, Nandini, how much you have done? Okay. Jill, how much you have done? Okay. Alay, what is the update? Very good, Alay. Aditi, how much you have done? Okay. Harsh, how much you have done? Fifth query. Okay. Meet, how much you have done? Meet, how much you have done? Naimish, how much you have done? Okay, fine. Pujan, how much you have done? Okay. Continue with your work, students. If you have any queries or you stuck somewhere, just raise your query to me. Okay, there is a doubt from Namish. Doubt in 10th query of loan table. Column to be modified must be empty to change data type. Let me check the query of loan table. Increase the size 5 to 7 of column account number. Yeah. So what is the problem, Namish? What you will write down? Alter table loan modify ACC underscore NO varchar 2 into bracket 7. That is what you are going to write. This is the answer. Namish, check it. Check the. Can you share your screen with me? If you can share your screen, then you can see what is the error. No, that query is working properly in my account. So I think there is some mistake from your side. Show me your screen if it is possible. Then I can see where you have done the mistake. See the spellings and spellings and column name that you written. SCC underscore NO is the same. Yes. Can you just zoom it to your query part wherever you turn the query? Move to the left. Move to the left. 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 Yeah. So quite right. Quite right. Yes. Stop. Yeah. So where is the query you written? Zoom it over there. Alter table loan. Okay. Have you made modify M capital? If it is capital, take it, change it to small. Okay. No. Account number. Varchar 2 into bracket 7. So have you checked that account number column is same as whatever you written here? Check in the find tables. Click on the loan. Go to find tables. Okay, you've done that. Okay, try to remove semicolon, run it. Try to remove semicolon and try to run it. Done? Yes or no? Okay, enjoy. Because there could be some issues with the Oracle compiler, so don't worry. If you are having sometime, if you know that your query is correct and still it is not getting worked, then you just need to try it something else, right? Yeah, any other questions, any other queries from anyone? Yes, students, any queries, any other queries? If you can roll down to transaction table, everyone, not transaction, installment table, sorry. If everyone can roll down to installment table query number 4, if you can roll down to installment table query number 4, the query number 4 is add amount 5000 where loan number is L003 and L002. So right now for this particular query, you are going to write down two answers. First, use the update command for L003 and then use the update command for L002. Right? So keep this in mind. Whenever you are working in instrument table, you need to do it in this way. You need to write down two answers like update installment set amount equals to amount plus 5000 where loan underscore no equals to L003. And then again the same query, but the condition will change where loan underscore no equals to L002. So this is what you have to write down in this particular fourth query. And if you move down to the transaction table, or let us say instrument table only, 10th query, instrument table, 10th query. What they are saying, only create a structure, right? Only create a structure of table installment 1 from table installment. So what you are going to do, you are going to create table installment 1 from installment, that is the query that I already taught you in the last lab. Right, create table installment 1 as a select star from installment. Once you write down this command, you will get a message called table created. And then what you are going to do is you are going to write the delete command, delete from installment 1. So it will delete all the rows of that installment 1 and you will only have the structure of the table. You will not have any rows. Right, so this is what you have to do. So I hope everybody will be able to complete this practical 2 by the 25th of July. Yes or no? So you will get an invitation to update practical 2 PDF file into Google Classroom maybe by today or tomorrow, and the deadline will be 25th of July. Clear with this, everyone? Any doubts, anyone? Shall we close the lab session now? Yes or no? Okay, we are closing this lab session. Students, we will be meeting on next Monday for the lectures. Fine. So students, will you be able to complete all the tasks by 25th July? See, in installment table, query number 4 and query number 10 is quite tricky. So you just need to write down in your own way. If you still face any problem in that particular queries, then just contact me. In query number 4, you need to write down two update commands for L003 and L002. And in query number 10, you need to first create installment 1 table from installment table, like create table installment 1 as select star from installment. And after this, you need to delete all the rows from the table installment 1. So you will write down delete from installment 1. This is what you have to do. So, any queries other than this? Anyone? Shall we end our lab session now? Yes or no? So, complete the task by 25th of July, right? And I will be meeting you now on next Monday for the DBMS lecture. Till then, stay safe, stay home, students. Have a good day. Thank you very much.